What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, guys, we're going to be going over the Redrix Claymore. Is it worth the grind? In the background, you're going to be seeing a gameplay footage of me going for 36 Redrix kills. This video is not focused for those of you who have the Redrix. This video is not going to say that the Redrix sucks, because that would be a complete lie. The Redrix is a very good gun. This video is going to be focused towards those of you who do not have the Redrix, those of you who are barely going to start your Season 3 grind, those of you who are debating on spending $300 for your Redrix, or just those of you who don't want to do the grind. Should I grind my butt off here, Brave? Should I get the Redrix? Getting into it, guys. Time to kill is going to be on screen, guys. You're looking at a 1.07 seconds before the main perk Desperado is active. When Desperado is active, you're looking at a 0.53 time to kill. Boom, mind-blowing, insane. When it is in its base form, guys, it is similar to the legal action. You guys haven't seen the video. I did a video on the legal action a long time ago. It's going to be at the top of the screen. The thumbnail looks pretty cool. Click on it. Let me know what you guys think. Same as the legal action, same as the disrespectful stare, and the relentless. The grind. Let's get into the grind first, guys. 2,100 competitive points. What is that? For me, mostly containing wins, guys, it took me 16 hours to get that. 16 hours, 2 days, 2 or 3 days. Put a lot of grind into it. For the guys who ran it with me, you guys are awesome, man. I appreciate you carrying me out there. It is time consuming, guys. Is the grind worth it? Should I be paying, like on that ad said, $300 for this gun? Weapon overall, it's your typical 340 pulse rifle, guys. The perks are what make it amazing, you know. The perks, which are Desperado or Outlaw, once Outlaw's procced, Desperado's procced. Reloading your weapon, you know, grants you a rate of fire boost. The damage stays the same as 340, but your rate of fire goes between 540 to 600. I haven't gotten the stats down on what it is, but it's pretty deadly, guys. But in your typical 1v1 without Desperado procced, you have a mediocre gun. It's decent, but it's not insane. Now, when you get your main perk Desperado procced, I'll tell you right now, guys, it is a very beastly gun. But it's like seeing, for those of you who enjoy Dragon Ball Z, it's like Master Roshi right here. Master Roshi in his base form, when he's in his base form most of the time, 75% of the time, he's alright. But when he goes into super buff form, it's only 25% of the time. And that's the way I see it with the Redrix, guys. 75% of the time, like I said, guys, hypothetically speaking, 75% of the time, 80% of the time, your Redrix in his base form is mediocre. It's okay. When you do have it procced for that 25% of the time, when that Desperado's procced, you got a monster of a gun. But in my opinion, for those of you who don't have it, you're perfectly fine with the Graviton Lance, because that gun's gonna be consistent through every engagement. I like a weapon that's going to be consistent 24/7, where I don't have to be forced to try to play a certain way. Which brings us to the next one, guys. In the current meta, guys, I like to see it as Bungie has a good track record of making certain weapons very powerful. Take Uriel's Gift, for instance. It was easily attainable. Take the Graviton Lance and the Vigilance Wing. They gave you the Graviton Lance. Take D1, for instance. Everyone wanted a Luna. Bungie gave you a Palindrome. So, in my opinion, guys, there are very powerful meta weapons out there that you don't need a weapon like this. Like I said, for those of you who do have it, I'm not saying the Redrix is a bad gun. It's a beast of a gun. Is it worth the grind? I think this late in the game, guys, it's not worth the grind. Getting into the playstyle, for those of you wondering, well, Brave, what playstyle should you have with the Redrix? You're looking at a playstyle of, it's a very passive playstyle. 1v1 against the Graviton Lance Vigilance Wing, you're going to lose unless you're strafing like crazy, which this gun, main perk is stationary. You have to be stationary to fire this weapon accurately. You can move around, but as you can tell there, I got shredded by a Graviton Lance. I see it as, in its base form, you're very passive until you get Desperado active. Outlaw and Desperado. Once you get that procced, you go from this 0 to 100. You want to get out there and slay. Why? Because you want to make the most of that one kill. Getting into the next thing, guys. Like I said, Bungie has a track record of making meta weapons, which is great. Desperado. Proccing Desperado, guys, it requires you to eliminate the enemy with a headshot. A body shot will not proc that super awesome Desperado. Okay, keep that in mind. Headshot will proc it. Now, that's fine and dandy when you're all out there by yourself, but when you're next to a teammate, now it's a coin flip, it'll proc. What do you mean, Brave? If you've yet to get the Jade Rabbit Catalyst, it requires you to get 250 final blows. Try doing it out there. That's insane, guys. 250, because when you're fighting somebody, your guns aren't going to kill rapidly. You have a teammate next to you that fires and kills that enemy so you don't proc Desperado, or your gun is still base form. You get what I'm saying there? Due to the team shot, team shots and stuff like that. Forsaken, guys. Will this weapon be a beast in Forsaken? I'm sure it's going to be a monster in Forsaken. Should you pay $300 to get it? I don't think you should, for the fact being that if this gun is a beast, 2-tap you, it should be able to 2-tap you in its base form too, meaning legal action, disrespectful stare, relentless, should be just as beastly and just as lethal in Forsaken. So go get one of those guns, guys. Try it out. My final opinion, and this is, how do I say it? This is why you don't see this weapon in competitive very often. If you're in competitive, you don't see this weapon very often. I've been running competitive on PS4 and PC, and I don't see this weapon as often. I see more Graviton Lances, Vigilant Swimming. Why? Because consistency kills. Being consistent. It is a fun gun for 6s, guys. Don't get me wrong. It is a fun gun to go out there and mess around in 6s. But if it came to put on your sweatpants, deodorant, and all that good stuff, like my buddy DSI says, gotta put that deodorant on. Graviton Lance is always going to be consistent. Vigilant Swing is always going to be consistent. For those of you who play PC, hand cannons will be very consistent. So, in my opinion, guys, is it worth the grind in this late in the game, guys? I don't think it is. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next video.